Yes. Hi, hello, yes, salutations, and benvenido, and what's good? Some of you might know who I am, some of you might not. That's okay if you don't. I will introduce myself. Hi, I'm Carl. Some of you know exactly who I am when I say that. Some of you know exactly what I mean when I say that. As of late, it's become increasingly apparent to me that in order to give oneself a station in life to be proud of, requires work, sacrifice, and just a teensy bit of preparation. In the last 2, 3 days, specific upset people on the internet have sought to try to poison and destroy my fellow Weeb brothers and sisters, leading to me to have to defend them. This, in turn, has now destroyed my reach, because I have been now put into what we would call a limited state, otherwise known as a shadow ban. To counteract this, as well as doing the regular thing, I have chosen to basically renounce the self inflicted exile that I had put my account in on YouTube a couple of years ago. I wouldn't call 6 years a couple, but since when I graduated from college, or technically when I graduated from the 2 year program in the college I was in, as well as the extra programs which I was in for state college and then transferred to, and what I had been doing since high school in 2012, I will be making videos again. It'll start out like it is here, vlog format. News of the day, things that interest me, shit that bothers me enough that I have to talk about it. I expect it to go fairly bad, considering that in long format, I'm not exactly an inaccurate speaker, not a weak speaker. I know how to use my words. I mean, can't be a voice actor and not understand how to use words. Can't be a comedian and not understand how to come up with a thought on the spot. But the problem is that as I tried to put the thoughts together, and the takes that I've done trying to do this, I find increasingly difficult as far as it goes to explaining why I have to do this and why I find it necessary to do this, other than explaining it as I can now. And I don't use these words lightly, because whilin'. 100%. All day, every day. No matter how many ways I see it, no matter who's doing what, or why, when, where, on any issue, on any topic, on any news story, as I watch the videos of my contemporaries and my comrades and my newfound Twitter friends, I find myself getting increasingly difficult in how to phrase words, because the immediate response is what the character voice I've developed as the crazy part of my brain would say in a thread. When I would write the threads that I've made, like the upset aggregationalist thread or the Anita thread, that's character voice. It's something that happens in my brain to digest the information that I mine so that I may present it to you in an entertaining format. As of the last few days, going over all of the things that I have, what I've found that's difficult to put into words without getting lost in a train of thought like I am now trying to explain it is the more I try to talk about it, the not the more upsetting it makes me, the less upset it makes me. I've reached a point in Zen where I can't even bring myself to give a fuck. And I can't because the energy to submit myself to doing so, it's not worth it. You know? So, the reason why I'm making videos again, and I'm going to be making the vlog style format, not unlike that of what you'd expect from Six Hexenhammer, for example, is because as we move forward in current year, on this month of July, after escaping in the hell month of June, the Civil War is beginning. I don't like it. I don't like seeing it. I don't like the fact that it's existing. I don't like the fact it's even happening. To be quite frank, it's unsettling, and the words to truly describe it are not something which a normal vocabulary and lexicon can really express. Some words would be cataclysmic and apocalyptic, and something to write down in the history book in the ages. But, nevertheless, the words must be documented. The opening salvos, as they were, have to be documented. The seemingly pointless jeers, targets, insults, they have to be documented. They have to be documented because if we don't talk about it, and we just, we try to boil it away to the back of our heads, and we attempt to write it off as just, oh, those crazy people, the closer and the more devastatingly, snake-fuckingly evil they get, the clearer it becomes that you can't reason with them, you can't talk to them, you can't talk about them, because any of those things are harassment. You can't discuss what is harassment, because by even asking a question, that means you're committing it. We have reached the point where in the fine year of our Emperor Sewa, we no longer have the right, as humans, to talk back to the ordained. We're at the point where the two-caste system has been codified in Twitter. We're at the point where Facebook denotes you a hate agent for being neutral. Not just being positive, being neutral. We've gotten to the point where people like Microsoft choose to play the game and play the dozens when it comes to game development. We've reached the point where the very well-known bad actors and agents in groups like KickVic and in groups such as Anti-Comicsgate attack groups such as I Stand With Vic and Comicsgate consistently, never-endingly, with individuals like the very well-known blue-haired one going about committing acts of actual violence and crime, inciting people into a frenzied mob and then sicking them on everyone, while they choose and pretend to say that, oh, it's not happening. The more that we don't talk about these things, and at least document it, and at least detailing why this shit's important as it's happening, the more we begin to go slightly insane. At least I am. For me, I can't avoid these things, I like to use social media, and so I see it everywhere I see it. I see it on Facebook, I see it on Twitter, I see it on Instagram, I see it on the Kick app, I see it on Snapchat, I see it with the people who I talk to. I see the fear in the eyes of some of my mutuals, both online and in life, in the, digital sense, in the realistic sense of the word, when I say fear in their eyes. I see it when we have conversations. The more things change, the more they stay the same, and the noose is getting tighter. I can't even begin to count on my hands, ever since I started using my account in a more active capacity, how many instances my account has been either suspended or punished for something that was clearly not even close to being a problem, to the last 2 times the appeal process has become shorter and shorter and shorter. I'm in conversation right now via email with one of our local mutuals by the name of Kita, whose account Eldar Mark was shut down because reasons. Same thing with our boy, our sweet, bubbling Asian baby boy doctor. Shingokai Red was unceremoniously gunned down in the street, like the dog they claimed that he ate, by The same individuals who try to come for me on a regular basis for telling the truth, and the same individuals who try to take down one smug woman, if you catch my drift, and her handler. By handler, I mean significant other. And our mutuals, us in general, as a community, not just of weebs, not just of mecha fans, not just of general anime fans, not just of toku fans, but of people. We, us. A few resplendent individuals shining in the darkness of the very wretches, of the denizens and hives of nasty people on the internet. So mad that they can't win an argument, that they feel they need to destroy something in order to appreciate something. It is necessary, for me at least, to document what I'm seeing. So when I look back on this, should I ever live to the age of 30, I can say, time well spent. That for you, my audience, my dear, sweet followers and future followers, you'll be slowly convinced that no, it's not a dream. No, it is real. And these things are necessary to talk about because you can't get rid of a nightmare by never mentioning it. It won't be easy at first. It might be rough, but growth is what I'm going towards. And just as I was able to end a horrible situation of a relationship for myself by simply talking to other people, so too, we will end the collective nightmare that has been 2014 never ending by discussing the news of the day and giving ourselves the opportunity to no longer be haunted by this foul specter. So, that's all I gotta say to it. Expect future videos coming either every day or every other day, or whenever I fuck around to go do them. They'll pop up as things happen and as the need arises. It's time to wake up, my fellow countrymen. Not only do we have a city to burn, we have upset aggregationists to monetize. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Buckle up, everybody! Now, if this terrifies you, don't be scared. We have no reason to be. We know that we're in the right. And while that may be things our enemies say, we also know that we're not really concerned that much with what we would call the right side of history, as much as it is the right side of courtroom. We need to bring these things to justice. Step 1 is to talk about them. Step 2 is to show how these things hurt people. Step 3 is to convince the normies to start leaving them in the dirt where they got the nasty sandy band-aid that they keep playing with. And the steps beyond that is to find like-minded individuals, band together, lock arms, and sing the theme song to Sailor Moon in Japanese. This has been Carl, and I'll see you guys next time. And please remember to have yourselves a damn good one. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe, all that shit. I'm contractually obligated to say it. Welcome to the party, everybody. Well, I'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.